Welcome, brave soul, to the shadows where fear lives and breathes. Here in the quiet corners of the mind, ordinary terrors awaken, phobias that coil around your thoughts, tightening with every heartbeat. You cannot look away. You cannot escape. This is Phobia of Fear.
My daughter drew him first. I should have paid attention then, should have asked questions, but Emily was 7, and 7-year-olds draw weird things. Stick figures with too many arms, houses with windows like eyes. This was different, though. The man had no face, just a blank oval where features should be. Impossibly tall, wearing a black suit, standing at the edge of the woods behind our house. "Who's that, sweetie?" I asked, pointing at the drawing on the fridge. "The tall man. He watches from the trees." My skin prickled. "What tall man?" She shrugged, went back to coloring. Kids say weird things. I told myself that. I was wrong. We moved to Lakewood, Washington in October 2023, military town near Joint Base Lewis McChord. My wife Sarah got transferred, so we packed up from California and found a rental. Old craftsman house backing up to thick woods. The trees went on for miles, state forest land. No trails, no houses, just endless Douglas firs that blocked out the sun. Emily loved it at first, said the trees were whispering, said they were telling her secrets. That should have been my second warning. By November, the drawings got worse. Same figure, always in the background. Sometimes he had tentacles instead of arms. Sometimes he was closer to the house. In one drawing, he was standing in Emily's window. "Em, why do you keep drawing the tall man?" "Because he keeps coming closer." "Honey, there's no one out there." She looked at me. Her eyes were too serious for 7 years old. "He wants you to look." I started noticing things after that. Small things at first. Emily would stop mid-sentence and stare out the window, just stare for minutes at a time. "What are you looking at?" "Nothing," she'd whisper. "He's gone now." Our dog, Buster, a big, goofy lab who loved everyone, wouldn't go near the tree line anymore. He'd get within 20 feet and stop, ears back, low growl in his throat. Then he'd bolt back to the house. Sarah thought I was being paranoid. "She's adjusting to the move," she said. "New house, new school, kids process stress in weird ways." I wanted to believe that. I really did. One night in late November, I was doing dishes around 9 p.m. Kitchen window faces the woods. It was raining, that constant Pacific Northwest drizzle that makes everything look gray and dead. Movement caught my eye. Something white between the trees. I leaned closer to the glass. A man, standing about 50 yards into the forest, tall, wearing a black suit, standing perfectly still in the rain. My heart kicked against my ribs. I grabbed the flashlight from the drawer, stepped out onto the back deck. The rain soaked through my shirt immediately, cold. The beam cut through the darkness, sweeping the tree line. Nothing, no one there, but I could feel eyes on me. The hairs on my neck stood up, every instinct screaming to get back inside. I backed toward the door. The flashlight beam caught something, a piece of paper, stuck to a tree trunk at eye level. I didn't remember walking toward it, don't remember crossing the yard, but suddenly I was there, standing at the edge of the woods. The paper was a child's drawing, Emily's drawing, the one from the fridge. But I was looking at the fridge when I came outside. It was still there. This was a copy, perfect, like someone traced it. The tall man in the picture was closer to the house now. My hands were shaking as I grabbed the paper. That's when I saw him. Not in the woods, behind me, reflected in the kitchen window, standing on my deck. I spun around. Nothing. Just rain and darkness. But when I looked back at the window, still there. Tall. Impossibly tall. Had to be 7, maybe 8 feet. Black suit, white face. No features. Just smooth. Like someone stretched skin over a mannequin ad. I ran, slammed through the back door, locked it, bolted it. My breath was coming in gasps. Sarah came downstairs. What's wrong? There's someone out there. She looked through the window. I don't see anyone. I looked. The reflection was gone. But Emily was standing at the top of the stairs in her pajamas, staring at me. I told you he was coming closer. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that blank face. By morning, I'd convinced myself it was exhaustion, stress from the move, shadow and rain playing tricks. Then I checked my phone. Photo gallery. There were pictures I didn't take. Dozens of them. All from last night. All taken from inside the house. The first one? View through Emily's bedroom window, taken from outside, looking in at her sleeping. Second one? Our bedroom. Same angle. Sarah and me asleep. Third? The kitchen. Me standing at the sink doing dishes. Every photo taken from outside the house, from angles that would require a ladder, or something very, very tall. The timestamps were all between 2 and 3 a.m. I was awake then, sitting in the living room. I would have heard someone outside. The last photo made my stomach drop. It was me, sitting in the living room chair. But the angle was wrong. The photo was taken from inside the room, right behind me. I started researching. Found forums, Reddit threads, YouTube videos, all describing the same thing. The operator, the tall man, Slenderman, faceless entity in a black suit, appears in photographs, stands at the edge of woods, follows people, watches, targets children first. The more you look, the closer he gets. One forum post from 2019 stuck with me. It started with my son drawing him. Then I saw him in the trees, then in reflections, then in my house. By the time I saw him directly, not through glass or photos, it was too late. My son is gone, just vanished from his bedroom. Police found nothing, but I know. He took him into the trees. You can still hear him calling sometimes, but you can't find him. The forest goes on forever when you're looking. I slammed the laptop shut. This was insane. Creepypasta, internet nonsense. But the photos on my phone were real. Emily stopped talking by December. Just stopped. She'd sit in her room for hours, staring out the window. I put up curtains, heavy ones. She tore them down. "He needs to see me," she said, first words in 3 days. "Who, baby? Who needs to see you?" She pointed at the window. He was there, standing in the tree line, tall, still, faceless. This time, I saw him without glass, without reflections, direct line of sight. And God help me, he moved. Not walking, not stepping, just closer. One moment at the trees, next moment 10 feet nearer, like frames were missing. Sarah finally saw him that night. She called the police. They came out, searched the woods with flashlights and dogs, found nothing. But one officer went quiet when I showed him Emily's drawings, pulled me aside. "I've seen this before. 3 years ago, family off Spanaway Loop Road. Their daughter drew the same thing. They reported a stalker. We never found anyone. What happened to them?" He looked at the woods. They moved. Smart choice. And the daughter? He didn't answer, just walked back to his car. We put the house on the market the next day. It didn't matter. He followed us. I'd see him in parking lots, standing between buildings, always in my peripheral vision, never when I looked directly. Sarah saw him at the grocery store, between the aisles, tall enough that his head would have hit the ceiling. But when she turned, gone. Emily started sleepwalking. We'd find her in the backyard, standing at the tree line, facing the woods. When we carried her back, she'd whisper the same thing. "He says it's time." Last week, we found the photos in Emily's room. Polaroids. Dozens of them. All of her playing in the yard, sleeping in bed, sitting in class. We don't own a Polaroid camera. In every single photo, he was there. In the background. Getting closer. The final photo was taken yesterday. Emily standing in the living room. He was right behind her. So close his chest nearly touched her head. One long, white arm extending over her shoulder. Fingers spread. Too many joints. I'm writing this at 3 a.m. Emily's gone. We put her to bed at 8 p.m. Sarah checked on her at 9. By 10, she was gone. Window wide open. Footprints in the frost leading to the woods. Child-sized prints. And something else. No feet. Just 2 long indentations, like something was dragged. Or like something very tall was standing on the tips of impossibly long legs. The police are searching. They won't find her. I know they won't, because I can see him. Right now, standing in the tree line, 50 yards away, holding something. Emily's pink backpack. He's been there for 20 minutes, hasn't moved, just watching the house, watching me. Sarah's asleep upstairs, doesn't know Emily's gone yet. I should wake her. I should call someone. But I can't stop staring, because every time I blink, he's closer. 40 yards now. I didn't see him move. The thing about the operator, that's what the forums call him, is that he doesn't exist when you're not looking. He only exists in the gaps, the spaces between attention. 30 yards. My hands are shaking so hard I can barely type. 20 yards. I can see him clearly now. Tall, 8 feet, maybe 9. Black suit perfectly pressed. White face reflecting the porch light. Smooth, featureless. But I can feel him looking at me. 10 yards. He's on the lawn now, standing perfectly still, arms at his sides. But they're wrong. Too long. The shoulders are moving, not breathing, writhing, like there's something underneath the suit. 5 yards. He's at the deck stairs. I should run. I should move. But I can't. Because Emily's backpack just fell from his hand. And something's emerging from his shoulders. Not arms. Tentacles. Black, writhing, reaching toward the glass. I can hear them, scraping against the window. Tap, tap, tap. The same sound, the same pattern. He's been doing this the whole time. Wherever he goes, tap, 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 asking permission. I'm not going to look away. If I look away, he'll be inside. He's right against the glass now, that smooth white face inches from mine. I can see my reflection in it, small, terrified. Behind my reflection, Emily. She's in the woods, standing with other children, 5, maybe 6 of them, all staring at the house, all perfectly still, none of them blinking. Sarah's screaming upstairs. She found the empty room, but I can't turn around because the face is changing. Not smooth anymore. It's splitting, right down the middle, opening. There's nothing inside, just darkness and static. And that sound, like a wet sheet snapping in wind. The glass is cracking, spiderweb pattern, spreading from where his hand is pressed. I can see the handprint from the inside, just like the car, just like he's inside. I didn't see him move, but he's behind me now. I can see him in my laptop screen, standing right behind my chair, so tall his head touches the ceiling, arms extending, multiple arms, reaching. Sarah's screaming stopped. The house is quiet. I can hear my heartbeat, and another one, slower, coming from behind me. My watch just stopped. 3:33 a.m. I'm going to turn around now. I'm going to look. Maybe Emily's there. Maybe I can bring her back.
The story ends here, but the fear you felt, that stays with you. Thank you for stepping into Phobia of Fear.